What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 video. So it's been a couple of weeks since we have sadly lost Legends of Tomorrow on our TV screens, which really does suck, because towards the end of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2 it really did pick up steam. Sadly, it was a bit of a weak season, only in respect to Season 1 being an absolute joy to watch. Now that ending, of course, was a huge cliffhanger. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do click that like, please do click that subscribe as well, and also hit that bell so you get those notifications, of course, as well, so you never miss a video, which will be so great because you'll join that notification squad. So, Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 is a long time away. Well, it's this year, but it's quite a few months away, sadly, and it's very early in speculation, but I am excited, and I've spotted something in there which is going to be something which I think really could happen. Now, at the end of Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, if you weren't aware, we had a very interesting ending which resulted in the Legends screwing up time, doing their best possible Barry Allen impression and fucking up the timeline. And now, in this case, it is beyond fucked up, and they really have screwed up there quite a lot, haven't they? Let's be brutally honest here. But hopefully they are incredibly going to fix this, because Rip Hunter is out there and it looks like it's his turn now to save them. But my real issue here is with the whole Season 3 is that Mark Guggenheim has promised us a brand new character, not from the Arrowverse and not from the comics. So who could that actually be? Well, we do have one hint in the end part of the season finale for Legends of Tomorrow Season 2, and at the end we saw a number of really weird time-shifted buildings in this world. We saw dinosaurs, we saw a gold-plated Big Ben, which, well actually, Big Ben is called the clock. Actually, Big Ben is the clock, not the actual tower. So there you go, you learned some history there, and you learned some facts, which is a really pointless conversation, so I will swiftly move on to the fact that there is the Justice League of America watchtower from Smallville. So if you hadn't noticed it, in the bottom left, there is actually the Justice League of America Smallville version there. So if you haven't watched Smallville, if you don't know what it is, it's a Superman origin story which featured Tom Welling and really did kickstart these CW comic book shows, in my opinion. Granted, it started on the WB, which was then merged and folded into the CW, and Smallville came over onto this, and it was absolutely superb. A very good show, which ran for 10 seasons. Now, this featured a Justice League of America, which featured, of all people, Bart Allen as the Flash. We had Arthur Curry. We had all of these characters included. So what is really cool here is the fact that, well, this tower is in the bottom left, and we promised a new character. So who could it actually be? So a lot of these characters were already in the comics, of course, so it couldn't really be people like Superman. As much as I would have loved Tom Welling to be featured on the show, I would prefer him to actually be on Supergirl. I thought that would be a great fit as him playing Superman, but sadly he is on another show, and well, it wouldn't have worked, would it, to be honest? But it would have been nice to see him on, well, on Supergirl. However, there is one person who actually wasn't in the comics on the TV show in Smallville, who really would fit, I think, amongst the dynamic of this and play into the multiverse. We could have Alison Max, Chloe Sullivan, on Legends of Tomorrow. So she fits the bill. She's not in the Arrowverse. She wasn't in the comics unless you count the tie-ins, if you count her appearance in Action Comics. Well, she wasn't originally, and we know that Mark Guggenheim loves to play with the truth a bit there. Well, she would fit quite a lot, I think, in this universe. I think having her in this, at least just for the season, to be honest, I think having her on this season involved and then sending her back to her own universe would really, really work. And I think that she would be the best person to be featured from Smallville. Now, obviously, Smallville has 10 seasons. It has a huge cast, but most of them are actually based in the comic book. So the question is, who could you actually feature other than Chloe? So I think that having her on this would be freaking awesome and fit in well with what we've been promised. Now, how they would fit her in, that's another video for another time, because having her on the show, I'm not too sure, in fact, how they would probably do it. I think they'd be stuck in this kind of weird world, this weird kind of time screwed up place as Rip Hunter, with hopefully Booster Gold. I know I'm shooting for the stars there to have him in this. Well, that'd be really sweet. Unfortunately, I don't think that part will happen, but I do think we could possibly get this merging of ideas on this, because I remember being really pissed off when Arrow was started. I thought they were going to carry on from Smallville, but they didn't. They started from the Ireland story from the comics, but it all worked out in the end, didn't it? We got what we wanted here. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think that this would work? Would you be excited if this would happen? So please do drop a like. Please do subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't, you should. And I'll see you soon. Goodbye.